I am the PJ Dragoon. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Scythe, and we are back again for another Trove patch notes. This is a costume I am in the process of working on. I don't have his dragon form or anything worked out though, so just ignore it. Let us hang out here. Also, shout out to Einsatz. He just went to school or something like that. But we got Obnox, a bunch of other cool people around. This patch is actually really neato. I'm going to respawn us right so we can get back to the beginning here. And I'm going to switch us over to the Lonk. And we will show off in a bit one of the new mounts that's actually in the game. It's cool because I actually finally got one. Also, because this patch is actually a really cool one, let's see the Lonk commands that if we can get up to 50 likes today, I would really very much appreciate it. So, without further ado, new in the store, summer patch, or summer, it's a summer patch, I guess, right? I don't know. Summer pinatas are now available in the store. These are actually brand new. We've never seen these before. They look very similar to the autumn pinatas, but I guess they're a bit more fiery, like, I don't know. Johnny also mentioned that these pinatas as a mount have sunglasses. I don't know about that because I haven't seen that. Maybe if they do though, that's pretty darn cool. But I don't know. I haven't really seen them. Right here we can see though that Janius has the summer pinata hat. I almost messed up on my word there. But anyway, those are pretty cool. They also have new styles, mounts, and craftable decorations. Ignore that mount that you just saw. Don't even worry about it. What craftable decorations? I honestly don't even know. Anyways, the chaotic chest has been randomized, of course, and now contains the preview for the Fey Bow Skimmer. Now, some people are saying that that is a new Fey costume. Other people are saying that that is a new Fey boat. I can't confirm either way because I haven't actually seen it yet. They also have the Bloodseeker wings and the Draconic Galleon, as well as cotton candy. Not sure what the cotton candy is. That sounds a little bit tasty from the patch. I don't know. But either way, cool that they actually have that stuff. You can also now purchase a 10-pack of Pearls of Wisdom for the cost of a mere 9 pearls. So, who cares about that one? Nobody, honestly, because that is an extremely high price for something that is kind of pointless, the forging. Still very cool. I still like the forging, but it's kind of weird that they keep, like, stuff like that around. I don't know, that's just me. Mechanics. Level 1 characters now start with 150 health and 25 health regen. Not sure what they started with in the first place because those notes were not available publicly, or maybe they were. I don't know. It's been a zillion years since we had a new class though. Or since we had like a new like level 1 character, I should say, even though the adventure, it's a rambling episode today as well. Spikes, that's something else I want to go show off. Hopefully we can find one right away. Spikes now actually do damage over time instead of one big burst. So I don't think we're going to find that many spikes in the Tron biome. Hopefully we can find it over here. Also, we may as well show this off then because we're here anyway. The new Adventure Bento boxes have been retired for the Neon Dragon Cami box, and that drops one of 2 mounts. This is one of them. Very strange mount. Pretty cool, though. I remember seeing this on Trovosaurus. It's pretty cool. I like it. But it's a bit strange because he's got an engine underneath him. Clearly a mod of the pony, which is cool because there have been, I think this is actually the first mod of the pony that's actually gotten into the game. So that's really cool. Bit of a pretty insane mount though, honestly. Like I don't know. Also, I've noticed that, you know, this is what you're looking at most of the time is its weird tail. So, lots of people are into it. There's this version, and then there's one that is, of course, red, because that seems to be a theme, is making one green and the other one red. I don't know, are there any spikes around? Here they are. Good, perfect. So now you can actually just stand on the spikes without getting knocked around, and the damage is gradual and starts increasing more and more over time, as far as I know. Either way, the way that the spikes work now is absolutely great, because now it's not like stupid and bouncing all over the place and makes platforming a nightmare. The adventure boxes now can also give flux and glim only at common and at more randomized rates. Higher ranked Uber difficulties now have notably larger drop chance for higher rarity equipment. Now, what that means in English is that you will have more chance of getting shadow gear and rainbow gear and stuff in U5 than you will in U1. So they finally ended up changing it so you want to actually fight the higher U areas because you'll end up getting better gear. And I was testing it. It's better. I was running into a lot more rainbows and stuff like that than we do in U1. It's better, but it's still not like some mandatory, like, oh no, it's such a great advantage, I want to play it, you know? Like the drop rates and stuff have just been like ridiculous anyway, which also, it seems like they didn't mention it in this patch note, but they have made the adventure boxes even rarer. Even though they don't really mention all those things, you can kind of see like with almost every patch that they kind of change like the drop rate for things and the rarity of things, and just they do a lot of stuff behind the scenes that they don't seem to tell anybody. Maybe they did, because I kind of remember reading somewhere that they changed the adventure box's drop rate. Maybe it's right here in the patch notes and I just can't see it. I honestly don't know. Uber 1 now drops higher rarity equipment slightly less often. I guess U1 was maybe like a little bit better and more advanced or something like that. I don't know. Let's just go back to the club anyway. There's also a couple more visual things that you will have noticed that I will mention at the end because they are actually not mentioned in the patch notes. Forging. Does having to find components in... well, they got a huge long explanation for it that says something about butterflies of light and blah, blah, blah. Ultimately, the thing that they changed with forging is now if we go to forging, it will access stuff from our personal chests. So you can see right here, finally we end up having like good stuff for it. So pretty cool that they actually ended up doing that, and kind of weird that they waited a whole week instead of just making that a quick hot fix, but maybe they had trouble with it, who knows. Bug fixes and polish. Store-bought mounts and goods should now trigger a confirmation prompt if you try to drop them in the world. So if you ever try to drop an item that you buy with real money, it's going to say, are you sure you want to drop this item? Fae now have creature voices. I never really knew, but I guess Fae is just referring to like all the enemies in the fairy biome, because apparently they've changed their sounds and it sounds ridiculous. Everybody says, I haven't actually been into a Fae biome or heard it or anything like that yet, but we will see that shortly enough, I'm sure. Made stat ordering consistent between Forge UI and tooltips. Not exactly sure what that means. I'm assuming that it means just seeing our stats like right here and here, and then the third stat, maybe something like that. Honestly, I'm not exactly sure about that one. Fixed bugs where players would sometimes hover in the empty space for a few seconds after the loading screen had dropped. Now, this is a bit tricky. It seems like, unfortunately, it doesn't seem like it's a bug or anything like that. This game never used to have a loading screen, which was one of the things that was awesome about it. But now it seems to permanently have a loading screen because every time you go through a world, it actually shows the new splash screen now. Takes like 5 years to load, and then once you're in the world like we are now, normally he would be floating while the world was generating. I guess they fixed the world generation, but it's too bad that they didn't fix the loading time because that has only been present since the Forge update. Now, as well, they have fixed bugs where player... Oh, never mind. Fixed a bug causing rare pets to not deconstruct into glim. Oh, rare pets. Okay. I kept thinking that was mounts for the longest time. I kept reading it that way. Deconstructing shadow level 3 and 4 rings now deconstruct into more resources. Good. Shadow level 3 equipment deconstructs for less at higher star values. That one's a bit tricky. Not exactly sure why they would make it go backwards like that. Maybe they're making it so... No, that doesn't make any sense. Because that says to me that higher star values on, like, if we had, let me see right here, like this one, shadow level 3, if we put, so does that mean if we put more stars into this piece of gear, it would deconstruct for less? Because that kind of seems a little weird. Not sure. I'm sure they did it for a reason, but honestly, I don't know without them telling us. Relic rarity equipment now deconstructs for slightly more. Still does not fix the fact that flux is almost impossible to get now. And of course, the minor visual touches, which they didn't mention in the patch notes, is of course the obvious new mouse cursor, which I like it. It looks really, really cool. And Nintendo Joe, I gotta give a shout out to him because he pointed this one out to me, otherwise I wouldn't have even noticed, is now every time you go into a new biome, it even works in the clubs and stuff, you have seen it throughout this whole video, it actually says Kendoria level N. So if we are in U5, you finally don't have to worry about, you know, like sometimes you'll go into U5 or 4 and then after half an hour of hunting you don't really know if you're in U5 or 4 anymore, and you couldn't really tell other than just asking like other people and stuff. Now you will get prompted every single time that you go to a new biome, as well as if you press escape, it is just up here permanently. So that's actually a very nice little touch that I wish they would have pointed out. But either way, thank you all so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I would also appreciate if you would smack that like button, share, favorite, and subscribe to join Team Pixel. Sign on, stay epic, everybody. Also, a minor patch note as well. The /pose is now unique per class.